Hey guys, this is Miss Sarah. I hope you guys are doing well and I miss you so much. Today, we're going to be learning how to make a little book out of a single piece of paper using just the paper and a pair of scissors. So if you don't have the scissors quite yet, that's okay because we're going to be doing a little bit of folding, but really it's super simple and it should only take a few minutes. I'll be using a blank piece of paper. I actually used it, I was going to use it for Miss Annette's birthday card, but I ended up using a smaller version of this picture. And it'll work the exact same way as if you have a zine that already has the pages printed out, like this one. Or it'll work the same as a blank piece of paper and then you can write your pages afterwards, or you can do it before. So we're gonna get started. The first fold is folding the long edge to the other long edge. So we're gonna match those edges up. The way to get a really even fold is by making sure the corners are all lined up. So the corners match really, really well. I use my fingernail, like the back side of my fingernail, to press down to make some really crisp creases. I find that it just helps me get them like really straight and kind of flat because your nail is a flat surface. So we have a long skinny piece of paper folded like that for the first step. Then open it back up, and now we're gonna have the short side meet the other short side. I don't know if this is called a hamburger fold or what, but it seems like that would make sense if the other way is the hot dog fold. So I'm going to do the same thing, run my finger from the edges that are matched up down to the middle, and then use my fingernail to press it down on both sides. As you can see, my corners are pretty even here. Then we're going to open it back up again. And it might be a little tricky to see on my page because there are drawings, but you should have a fold down the middle. And what you're going to want to do is take the short edge again and now match that short edge up with the fold or the crease in the very middle of your paper from when you folded it like that. So let's take the edge, put it right down into the middle, match it up with that crease you got from folding it, and then do the same, press it down, press the edges down so you have a new crease, and now it should look like that, right? So you fold it in half, and then you folded the half in half, so that makes this a quarter of the full sheet of paper, right? So if this is a half, then this part is a quarter and this part is a quarter, and we're going to do the same thing for this side as well. So we're going to take the short edge here and also match it to the fold in the very, very middle, which will, again, fold that half in half, making quarters. So we're going to press it down, make a crease, and then your paper should look like this. It should have 4 rectangles on the top, 4 rectangles on the bottom, and now we're gonna fold it in half again so that the short sides are matched up. And this is the part where you're gonna need your scissors. I'm using adult scissors because that's one of the best parts of being an adult. And what we're gonna do is cut from the middle fold here, right, where it's folded, to this crease here. So we're not cutting all the way from the middle to the edge, right? This is the edge. We're gonna cut only from the middle here to the crease. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm not gonna do it facing the camera because then I'll mess it up. But I'm gonna cut along the line. You see the line that separates the top ones and the bottom ones? I'm gonna cut along that line just to the first crease, like that. So if you open it up, you can see that there's a little hole in the middle now. And that hole is gonna help us make this paper into a book. So this is probably the trickiest part now, the way that we're gonna fold it, but you guys will get it without a problem. So we're gonna take the middle part, the very middle that we just cut, and fold it up like a tent, like that, so that we have the last quarters still folded out on the table. Then we're gonna pick it up, and as we pick it up, we're gonna separate those two parts from each other that we cut, right? So it should look like this. And if we squeeze towards the middle, it should look kind of like a plus sign or a cross here. And that basically is how we're gonna make our book. And then we're gonna squeeze, put your fingers like as much towards the middle as you can, and then flatten the pages up, and now press down the corners. And basically, that is how you make a little book. So you should see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. This could be the cover, this could be the back. And you can draw on it or write in it after you make it. Or sometimes, like this coronavirus comic that some of you got in your little craft kits, sometimes people make them already printed. So I am gonna go over the process one more time with a zine that I made for Valentine's Day. There are a lot of different definitions and explanations of what love means to different people, and I made it just sort of as a Valentine for some of my friends. But anyway, as you can see, all of the different pages are already made, and so I'm gonna fold it and cut it, and then it'll just be ready. So I'm just gonna go through it one more time with you guys because the process is the same, whether it's blank or whether it's already printed. And for anyone that wants to see it again, here it is. If you already got it down, see you later. So the first step is to take the long edge and do our hamburger fold. So we're gonna match this long edge to the other long edge, and then press down, make a crease. There we go. So we have the skinny paper. Fold it back out, and now we're gonna have the short edge match the other short edge. Press it down, make a nice crease with my fingernail, open it back up. So we fold it in half, and now we are gonna wanna fold it in quarters. So I'm gonna have each of the short edges go back and fold in towards that center crease that we already made. Fold it back out. I'm gonna take this side and do the same thing. Make it meet this edge, meet the very middle fold. Fold it back out. So it should look like this. We should have 8 rectangles. Fold it in half. And now I'm gonna cut from this middle fold halfway, just to separate this little part here from the middle fold to halfway through there. There we go. If you cut a little too much, that's okay, but cutting a little too much is better than cutting too little. So then we're gonna do the fold part. We're gonna tent it up like this, and then as I pick it up, I'm gonna fold it so that I have all these pages, squeeze it with my fingers a little bit, and then the best I can, fold it like that so that these 3 pages are pressed together, and then let's see. It kind of matters here because I have one page that's the cover, so maybe I have to fold it a little bit. Oh, there's the cover. And now I'm gonna fold it like this. And voila, here's my little zine. Okay, if there are any questions, please make sure to put them in the comments, and have a great day.